Am I wrong for refusing to be a bridesmaid in my sister's wedding? I, 24 female, have a sister, 28 female, Lexi. Lexi and I used to be really close and she was basically my best friend. However, around 7 or 8 months ago, I found out my boyfriend, Jonah, was cheating on me with her. And now they're getting married in August. Ew, so weird, so disgusting. We hadn't talked since then until she called me the other day asking me if I would be one of her bridesmaids. I told her I didn't want to do that and she was messed up for even asking that. She said that it would mean a lot to her since I'm her only sister. It didn't mean a lot to you when you were sleeping with her boyfriend, like what, the double standard? She also told me that she already bought the dress. Then said I would be letting her down and wasting the money she spent on the dress. I said that just because she bought me a dress doesn't mean I have to be in her wedding. Okay, this is already, from reading that little, she's already a manipulative piece of shit. Okay, keep this woman out of your life. You don't need her. Like, move on. She's dead to you. She started crying and telling me how I was being insensitive and holding a grudge against her. Yeah, because you, disgusting. Why would you sleep? Why would you look at your sister's boyfriend like that? Like, that's so weird to me. I tried to tell her that I was sorry, but she didn't listen and hung up. Wait, why would you apologize? The fudge? Why would you apologize? Now, yesterday my parents invited me over for dinner, but what I didn't know is that Lexi had called them and told them what I said. So halfway through dinner, my mom out of nowhere says that I should be Lexi's bridesmaid. I told her I really didn't want to. She then said that Lexi told her what happened and that I shouldn't care about Jonah and just do it for Lexi. I said I was not going to be in a wedding with my cheating ex-boyfriend and watch him marry my sister. My dad got angry and called me selfish and kicked me out of their house. I'm sorry, why is anyone attending this wedding? Why are they okay with this? Like, is this not a problem for her to be doing that? Like, that's so... Like, why are they promoting it or acting like it's okay? Like, just get over it. My parents haven't spoken to me, neither has Lexi. I feel like a bitch now, but I also feel like I deserve to feel angry. I'm just so conflicted on what to do. Am I wrong for saying no? Absolutely not. They're gaslighting you. They're manipulating you. You were done so dirty. You were done so wrong. I'm surprised your parents are even holding this wedding or attending this wedding. If that was me, I would shun that person out completely. Like, get out. Like, you're not part of my family anymore. Like, that's, you don't do that to family or people you care about. Am I wrong for sending my boyfriend a photo of me at the hospital? I, 20 female, was recently admitted into a hospital for a night due to a serious but no life-threatening illness. I was completely out of it for several days with horrible pain before my roommate convinced me to get medical help. She took off work to stay with me in the hospital, and I cannot express how much her support has helped as my own family lives too far away. Now, I've been dating Sam, 19 male, for about 9 months. He knew I was sick, and so I texted him when I was first going into the hospital to update him. Since he was working, he didn't read the messages until much later. I sent him around 6 texts updating him with what the nurses were saying and including a photo of me on IV giving a thumbs up. It was my first time ever in the hospital and I just wanted to keep this shitty situation as lighthearted as possible. He responded a few hours later with a thumbs up and that was all. I asked if everything was alright and he said, yeah, just you being in the hospital is giving me a lot of anxiety. I'd rather not see you looking like that. I told him that was okay and didn't message him for the rest of the night, not thinking much of it. The next afternoon, his mom called me asking if I was okay. She had the impression that I sent him the hospital photo after he told me not to share any information and was disrespecting his request. She reminded me that his grandfather only died a year earlier, where Sam had to spend a lot of time in and out of the hospital, so the updates were making him grieve all over again. I apologized to her and sent him a text saying I didn't mean to hurt his feelings, and he left me on read. Oh, hell. Oh my god. My roommate thinks I didn't do anything wrong at all, and he's being too sensitive / immature for involving his mom. I agree. Personally, I think this is a bit unfair as he was really close with his grandfather and struggles with anxiety. I feel really guilty as I know how mental health can be and never want him to suffer. So, am I the asshole? Am I wrong for my reaction when I learned that my fiance returned my wedding dress and replaced it with the one his mom picked out for me? My fiance, male 33, and I, female 28, are getting married in December. His mom is the intrusive type, but she's nice overall, and we somewhat get along. I hate to admit that wedding planning has been an absolute nightmare. His mom wasn't willing to agree on most things, and my fiance said that since he's her only son, then I should respect and appreciate this vision she has for the wedding and how it should be. My vision is the only one that matters because I'm the one getting married. That's it. Khalas. She insisted to come along for wedding dress shopping. I took her with me and my mom and friends. I was so lucky to have found what I was looking for, but she picked a dress that she liked so much and said that she always pictured her son's bride in it. Mom and friends thought this line was creepy. I thought the dress was somewhat creepy and totally not my type. I apologized and thanked her for her vision, but told her that I'd already decided on a dress that I had envisioned myself wearing at my wedding. He came home in the evening ranting about how I made his mom upset and turned down her help in choosing the wedding dress and excluded her from the process. I asked, what process? Duh, it's just a wedding dress. my wedding dress, so I really didn't get how she should get a say at all. He got upset and said that this attitude of mine isn't working on him or his mom. He said that I should consider the dress his mom wanted to buy, especially knowing that both dresses weren't that much different anyway. Like she said, but I told him yes, they were different, like so much different. Anyways, we argued about it, then we dropped it. Yesterday I came home and found out that he had returned my wedding dress and replaced it with the one his mom wanted. Oh my god. See, if that was me, you would have caught some hands. I would have been pissed. I called him and he was straightforward about what he did and why he didn't. I lost it and started screaming at him. He asked me to calm down and really give this dress a chance. I refused to even listen. I screamed at him without giving him a chance to speak. He got home and we had an argument. I then went to stay with one of my friends and he kept calling and then texting saying that I was overreacting and that it's his wedding too, so it wasn't cool how I screamed at him. He insisted I give this dress a chance. He went on and on about how his mom had a vision and good intentions and just wants what's best for me as her future daughter-in-law. My mom is livid and has been wanting to go scream at him and his mom, but my dad said that this isn't worth ruining my relationship with my in-laws over. He suggested I wisen up and go with the flow, but is it too much for me to be able to pick out my own wedding dress without being guilted about it just to keep the peace? Am I the asshole for my reaction?
Am I the asshole for not having catering at my wedding? My female 28 and my fiance, male 30, just got married 2 months ago, and we had our dream wedding. My parents and his parents helped us pay for a great chunk of the wedding so we could be debt-free. My fiance and I are huge Disney fans. Disney is an important part not only to us, but also to our marriage. The issue was with our decision to not offer catering services/bar services at our wedding due to the routing of money towards having a wedding, Minnie and Mickey, make appearances at our special day. The cost to have both Minnie and Mickey for a good chunk of time, 30 minutes, was almost exactly what our parents allotted for our catering budget. My parents were still very supportive of us, but everyone else is being passive aggressive about it on Facebook. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for sitting back and doing nothing when my mom told my wife that she would take us to court for grandparents' rights? So this situation is a bit of a mess. My wife Liz and I have been married for 7 years, and we have preschool-aged kids. Because we currently live in the same city as my parents, my mom would take the kids while my wife and I were at work. Liz is the one with a much larger income, and she got an even better job opportunity that's requiring us to move to another city. I agreed since I could easily find a job in my field in that city that we were moving to. But after my family heard that we were selling the house to move, all hell broke loose. Sunday, my mom and Liz got into a huge fight because Liz told my mom that we'll move away and hire a babysitter for the kids from now on, and that my mom will no longer be needed. My mom said that she doesn't want her grandkids moving away, and even said that she would let the kids live in her house while we move away. Liz laughed at her, and my mom lost it, basically saying that Liz was an ungrateful bitch and that her grandkids moving will only happen over her dead body. They began exchanging harsher words, and Liz snapped and told my mom to butt out of private matters that don't concern her. Ooh. Liz said that my mother had no right to decide things regarding the kids. My mom firmly told her that she was dead wrong and proceeded to tell her that she, as an involved grandmother, knows her rights and that she'll be taking Liz and I to court to ensure that she still gets to see her grandkids. Liz was in shock. She looked to the left and saw me sitting there, not saying or doing anything. She told me to check my mom, but I told her she was being unfair to my mom and that my mom had a right to feel upset because she'll no longer get to see her grandkids. I honestly told Liz that she was being a bit selfish to not consider my mom's feelings and her crucial presence in the kids' life. Liz started arguing with me, saying that she couldn't believe that I didn't stand up for her and defend her after hearing my mom saying that she was going to get the court involved. I said my mom was upset and cannot be blamed for her reaction. Liz started yelling at me, calling me unsupportive and an enabler, then went home with the kids, insisting that my family is my problem and that I should handle it, although this whole moving thing was her idea. The situation hasn't been resolved, and Liz and my mom are getting more intense in their fights. I choose to stay out of it because both have valid arguments, but Liz has called me awful for not siding with her after seeing how my mom spoke to her and being okay with the fact that my mom is willing to take us to court. So, am I the asshole? I get that Liz wants my support, but I feel like my mom's been punished through no fault of her own. after being a loving grandmother to my kids.